Hello everyone, so my name is Chris, so we're at the head office of Ideal Homes Portugal, so we're based in Vila Sol, and today we're going to be showing you a really special development that's on a vineyard. The developers released this at an exceptionally great deal, so we're going to be showing you properties today that are starting from only €133,000. So I'd like to introduce Angela.
Hi.
Angela will tell us a little bit about herself.
Hi, I'm Angela. I've been living in the Algarve for the last 14.5 years. Worked at Ideal Homes for the last 5.5 years. I'm enjoying the country life of Portugal. I live in the country, surrounded by orange groves. It's a really nice place to be. I want to tell you a little bit really about wine today, so I'll touch on that. I'd say that Portugal is like very much a California climate. And so we get a lot of wine and oranges, but you don't really see it as much as you do when you're looking in shops in the countries. The Portuguese like to keep things to themselves, so they like all the best things to stay here in Portugal. That's why when you go out, you'll see Spanish oranges, California oranges, but not very often you see Portugal oranges unless you're here. And that's the same with the wine. So the wine's actually been going longer in Portugal. They started exporting in 1703, was in 1769. So they are very much in competition with them, but like I say, you don't really see it. And the wines is a really good value here, and they have a special one called the green wine, and it's made from a very young grape. So the wines that are white and red wine, you will get about 12 to 14%, so quite high in volume. Whereas in the green wine is lighter, so it's around 8 to 11%. A lovely drink to have in an afternoon when you sat having your sardines. It's a nice light sparkling wine, so you must come over to Portugal and try that. So let me pass you over to John, that's going to tell you a little bit more about something near some vineyards. Okay.
Hi John.
Hi all, thanks for joining us today. In the beautiful countryside. Oh, this is glorious outside here. You've joined us today in this new development, and wow, have we got something special for you. It's a vineyard set on 44 hectares. There's 24 growing hectares of vineyards. There's 15 different grapes here, more than normal types of Cabernet Sauvignon. There's white, there's rosé, there's reds. You can even actually buy your own plot here and have your own wine. You can have your own barrels of wine and your own labels all made for you. But the properties we have on for you today are just amazing value. They're going to be completed before the end of August, and I honestly think they're underpriced. I came here last week. We've sold this, 3 is sold, one's reserved at the moment, and as I'm standing here now, I'm in this most beautiful tranquil park, and this is like the place where they have let me just put you over to the, you don't want to keep seeing me all day long, let me put you into something a bit more pretty. This is where they do a lot of wedding ceremonies. This is their courtyard. And you'll notice in this vineyard, there's got a lot of sculptures. The sculptures are purchasable. They're all very different, very, very different. But it's very peaceful, tranquil. Now, the grounds we are in, as I said, it's a massive vineyard. They've got a wine cellar. You can get, as an owner, 20% off the wine if you want to purchase any wines here. There will be, and facilities wise, a paddle court, a tennis court. The tennis court will be AstroTurf. So basically you can play on AstroTurf all through the year, 365 days. The paddle court, there will be a pitch and putt, an indoor, two outdoor pools, but one will be fully heated and covered, and one big outside pool, a restaurant area, a snack bar and drinks, a shop, and we're only 6-7 kilometres away from the beaches, and also Portimao is very close, 5 minutes drive away, and the area is tranquil but near everything. What I'll do is I'm going to hand you over to, well actually, let me take you up. Let's do something different. I'll take you up and I'll get my driver Michael, he's the son's developer here. He'll drive us up and I'll keep the camera rolling, and you can get a little bit of a better idea of the development coming up. I mean, obviously it's a building site at the moment. The structures are up. We've got a show house to show you to get you a good idea of where we are. Oh, Michael's behind me. Say hi, Michael.
Hello, everyone.
So we'll just drive up and show you the development as we go through. There we are. So as I said, prices start here for a studio at €133,000, and they go up to the most expensive at 169. As I say, this is going to be very popular. It's only literally just released. We came here last week to have a quick look. As you can see, all outside the driveway. These are some of the statutes. So it gives you a better idea. And there's this is on the grounds. This is not outside. This is still inside. Sorry about the shaky camera. And then we'll park the car up here, and we'll walk up and we'll go straight into the show house. And then there is the tennis court just down there. So full-size tennis court, a paddle court will be here, a pitch and putt for the children, a playground for the children. All this we're walking on now, this will be all calçadas. Well, calçadas is the little stones, typical to Portugal. Give it a very sort of traditional old style. As we come up here, if you never seen what calçadas look like, let me show you what calçadas are. Little stones just chipped away and put into the surface. So very pretty. More statutes. Now the studios and the one beds, size-wise, the studio apartments work out at 42 square meters of covered area, and the one bedrooms work out at 52 square meters, so 10 square meters bigger. Starting prices are literally 133 for the studio, which is a one bedroom, a lounge, a kitchen, pull-out sofa bed, so you can sleep 4 people in it comfortably. So this is the front door, which then leads you into this fabulous open plan lounge living area, a fully fitted kitchen, which will have a cooker hood, a hob and an oven. A fridge will be fitted, top cupboards, and then you have an outside terrace patio door. This is your own private terrace, all marbled. The developer is taking time and trouble to actually get everything right and source natural local produce. And this is marble, which is very Portuguese. Here will be an umbrella that will be included, big framed umbrella. To the side of this this actual apartment will be on the side of the wall here a pergola to come out, so it gives you an extra terrace area. And just to try and give you a visualization, what the developer has done, he's got 32 buildings. They're basically, each building is 2, a studio either side. So there's 16 buildings, 32 apartments, and they're private. So you're not like an apartment where you've got someone below you, someone above you. You are on the ground floor with your own personal private space, and then your views are the countryside and the vineyards. And the vineyards of the winery are just there, as you can see there. So there's limited availability. These won't be available very long. I mean, we've already reserved one. I mean, I can't believe how great value they are. Solar panel heating, so no gas to worry about for heating your water. The natural sun will heat your water on the roofs. Don't know if you can see that there. Underfloor heating zoned, so you can control when you want the lounge, if you want the lounge on in the winter, slightly chilly months. And then the bathrooms, walk-in, fully fitted bathroom. There we are. And then beautiful shower, marble tiles all the way through. Rain shower. That's the shower. Heated towel, toilet, cupboards. A decent sized space as well. And then from here, you literally walk straight into the bedroom. And that's your view from the bedroom over to the green vineyards. Remember, you can buy a plot of the vineyards. You can buy your own plot and have your own wine, your own label, your own barrel, and call it what you want. Now, also fitted wardrobes And if you're going to have this for a personal, well, holiday home for the summer, or you want to go onto a rental package, the developer has done a really good thing about a rental package here. They'll guarantee you 4% for the first 4 years return on rentals. So it's an investment for yourself. That they will literally not charge you anything for the condominium. But if you just want it for yourself, the condominium will start from $159 a month up to $199, I think it is. Depends on the studio, whether it's a studio or a 1-bedroom. And remember, what you get for that is all the manicured gardens, because this is all going to be landscaped. There's 150 olive trees they've purchased and mature. They will be planted here. Everything will be done. You'll have 2 swimming pools, one heated, one you know, just for the summer, not heated. Paddle court, tennis court, pitch and putt. Be a great holiday home, great rental. It really does offer you a lot. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to, Michael, can I bring you in on this?
Go ahead.
This is Michael,
Hello,
that developer. Now, tell me the thesis of this. How did it start?
It started basically because we just needed more accommodation, more apartments and houses for our rental scheme.
Yeah.
We've been renting out houses and apartments here in the Vineyard since we started 13 years ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, we decided to build exactly that what we needed, which were 1-bedroom units.
Yeah.
Later in the process, more and more people were asking us whether these could be purchased as a holiday home. So we changed the concept a bit, and now we're offering a rental scheme and a holiday home package.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how it started.
Brilliant. And I mean, and the construction, the construction is just amazing. I mean, I'm here now with you. You've told me so much, and it just is, you've done a steel build, but you've done insulation, outer insulation, the windows, the doors. Tell me.
Yeah, that was a very important part for us because personally, I've lived in the Algarve for 24 years,
yeah.
And anyone who's lived here for long enough will tell you that the winter can either be the best part of the year or the worst,
yes.
Depending on what sort of house you live in.
Yes, definitely.
So insulation is absolutely important because while we have 40 degrees in the summer, in the winter times, it gets very humid and can get really chilly if you're not prepared for it.
And condensation.
Very much so.
Yeah.
So it was very important for us, and that's why we decided also to build it ourselves. So it's our own construction company that's doing the project from A to Z.
Yeah.
And allowed us to really be in control of the whole process, and we were very confident about it. So if you look at the documentation,
yeah.
We've outlined the type of ground foundation that we've set, the insulation between the walls, the insulation to the roof, literally everything you can think of. I was 28 when we started this project. I don't come from the real estate business. I had also not purchased my own home.
Yeah.
So I had pretty much no idea about real estate. I had to put the documentation together, and I did so in a way to make it idiot-proof. I was the
yeah.
idiot in question because I knew nothing about real estate.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if I have any questions, the answers are found in the documents.
Yeah.
We made a point of outlining what's included and what's not included.
Yeah.
So for the sake of full transparency.
And even things like I noticed, because I begin to learn things over the years. I've been in the Algarve, but one of the best air conditioning units, Dakin. You don't go for a cheap one; you go to the best one. So
Basically, the decisions that we took were as if it was our own houses.
Yeah.
So what you won't find here is extreme luxury.
No.
Where we decided to spend money was where it's worth it. So foundation, it costs a lot extra, but in the long term, even in the short term, you spend 1 week here in the winter and you'll realize the difference.
Yeah.
Daikin, it's not for the name Daikin, it's for the post-service maintenance, and these machines are basically the Terminator. They do not break.
Yeah, and they whisper quiet.
Yes.
Yeah, so at night
Nice.
you've not got that motor turning away. And when I spoke to your father last week, he was saying one of the things his priority for him was privacy.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's why, although these are technically classified as apartments, you see the privacy you can get. We have a lot of interests from Germans, and Germans don't like clothes, so they need their privacy.
Yeah. Well, as I said, I came here last week, and I was just, and when I found out the prices, I just went, what? I challenge anybody to go on the internet today, look at the Algarve, and try and find something of this quality in this area or any area on the Algarve, starting at 133, a maximum 169. You can't buy a basic, very basic, good apartment for 150, 160, and this is luxury. No, it's just, I mean, so anybody's watching this and is really seriously interested, honestly, I mean, terms can be, you know, you can do a 6,000 reservation, refundable reservation fee straight to a lawyer, goes into a lawyer's account. That will reserve the property while the paperwork due diligence is done with the lawyer. That usually takes about a month. Then 30% goes down on the promissory, and completion, the deed is done, final payment of 70%. Probably August, you're saying now completion date will be August on
construction, yes.
Construction, but deed might be a little bit later. So we don't know, but
times.
It depends on, yeah, it depends on obviously with the times we're living in and also the government and how quick they do the paperwork.
Exactly.
So on that side of it, mortgages are available. I mean, I am still, well, I went back to my girlfriend, told her, showed her all the details. She said, I want one. She did literally say, I want one.
Okay.
So she may be on the shopping list,
Fair
right?
enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't promise a discount, but I can promise some great wine.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Tell me about the wine. You can buy your own, literally your own vineyard. Yeah.
So yeah, that was the project before this one. We call it the Winemaker Experience, and it's basically it's founded on the concept. My dad, 15 years ago, retired, decided he wanted to make his own wine.
Yeah.
What he had to do was, first of all, buy 44 hectares and then start a winery from scratch. And these days, he's in full control of the winemaking process. I mean, these days I help out as well. But what he learned through this basically was that a non-professional with the right team and consultancy around him is able to really understand the full winemaking production process and to take the relevant decisions.
Yeah.
We've built this all with one dream in mind, so that when a person, you know, opens the first bottle, pours inside the glass and tastes the wine, they know exactly why the wine tastes the way it does. So they choose the harvest date, they choose whether we're going to make a red, a white, or rosé out of the wine, whether it goes in an oak barrel for aging, the origin of the oak. And basically the way this works is you get the technical information from our winemaker, our resident winemaker, Marta Rosa, and then I come in and I translate the technical information to layman's terms so that a non-specialist can really understand the pros and cons, the biological consequences of this and the actual taste consequences, and can take a decision while being informed. And all of that ends in about 300 bottles produced a year of really your own wine, where it's been separated, where it's in its own barrel, it's aged the whole way, professionally done label for your own design. So our first client is called Dr. Vine, enough, and he puts his name right on the label as well. So you've got different wines by Dr. Vine. And
you can get how many in a barrel? How many bottles?
300 bottles.
300 bottles in a barrel. Okay, right.
You can get more, but that's the purpose.
And you get different aging, different casks.
Full control of it. So one of the recommendations I'm going to make to one of our clients is to do an experiment that we did a few years ago, which was combining red and white grapes, where you pick, what we did, we picked 75% Cabernet Sauvignon, which is a red variety, along with 25% of, it's Syrah Viognier. Syrah was the red and Viognier. So imagine 3 red grapes and 1 white grape.
Viognier is the white grape,
3 red grapes, 1 white grape. You press them together, and then the whole full fermentation process carries on along that path together. So even the liquid that came from a white grape absorbs the flavors and the color from the red skins. But the final result is a red wine, but that has some notes and some flavors that you wouldn't find in a normal red wine because it came from the white grape.
Right. Wow.
And so experimentation, having fun with it, and all the while understanding what you're doing and having a competent team behind you. That I can say with confidence, because of the 12 years that we've been producing wine here, there's one annual competition in the region which is called the best wine of the Algarve. One wine wins it every year. There's about 30, 40 producers in the region, and we win it a lot, most of the time. So over 50% of the time we win the award.
Fantastic. Now, the project, the development itself, we've done it in 3 tiers, haven't you, on levels. And what I would say is like a semicircle, it's like a curve. So each villa is a block, is 16 blocks split into 2. So you're literally, I've only got one person next to you, which is divided by a wall, so you don't see them, they don't see you. The bottom ones are T1s, aren't they?
Yep, they're the larger ones.
And they're about 10 square meters bigger.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those additional 20 square meters are found in the living room.
Yeah.
So it just becomes more spacious and allows for a sofa bed rather than just a sofa.
Okay. And this one we're in now, the show house that's being done at the moment, that's on the market at
134, I believe.
Quote, well, no quotas, but about 134. Yeah, okay. But you got one starting at 133.
Yes.
And the one we're going to have a look in the moment, that's 164. Yeah. We're doing well. Yeah.
If we're right.
Yeah. And that's front line, as we would call front line onto the grapes. So you can just literally sit, you can sit there, and the Italian Mr. Vine, he's bought German. He's bought one right opposite where he's bought the grapevines, hasn't
exactly.
he?
So
yeah.
A few years ago, when we first launched the project, the Winemaking Experience, he came over. He flew over from Germany to just get to know us and see how it all works.
Yeah.
And at that time, he bought 3 parcels of his own vineyard. And he found out that we're building this. So he was actually the first person to ask whether this would be possible as a holiday home.
Yeah.
So before we had architectural plans, he actually made the reservation already and later found out what we're building. So now he's quite happy about what he got.
Right.
And when he sits on his terrace like this, his entire view is his vineyard.
I'll tell you what we're going to do. If you stick with me, if you don't mind, just very quickly say this one is like we said, the size of it. Just very quickly go through that. That's your lounge, your kitchen, the bathroom, and the bedroom around the side there. We'll run down to the other one and just have a quick look and see what the view is there, just to give you an idea of what the difference is. I mean, this will be, as I said, all the building site. This is not going to be a road. This is going to be all planted with vine, well, not vines. I'm looking for the word. Not almond, olive trees. You've got some olive trees, yes. Yeah, you bought 150, haven't you?
Yep, we did.
So, let me just, and this is the bottom row. So this, oh, yeah, I slipped.
Hi, John.
Hi.
Don't fall down. On your way down there, yeah.
Hey, the things I do for Ideal Homes. That's the second row. Right? But Michael was quick.
Are you stood up or are you sat down?
I'm fine. No, I'm
Okay.
fine. And then this is the bottom row.
Can we ask you, as you're on your way down there, we've had a couple of questions come through. Are we able to ask you?
Yep.
So is there a site plan and is there parking available?
Yeah, there's parking available. Also, extra. Actual property itself, and then as we're climbing into this one.
We'll ask you after. You go for it.
Again, this is the larger one. This is where the kitchen will be there, and then this is the larger terrace, and this is the front line view of the grapes. Just to give you an idea of where we are. So we've got 3 rows. We have got a complete, on the website, a map indicating what plots are available and explaining everything. I may have left loads out because there is so much to see and so much to do here. But this one will also have a pergola at the side. That's next doors, but this will be fenced as well, so you will have privacy this way. So everything will be private on your terrace. You'll be just looking out to the vineyards. And if you're lucky enough, you can buy. How much are what's you're charging to buy a plot on the vineyard?
So our suggestion is usually start with a rental scheme, so that your risk is limited to 1 year to see if this experience works for you. We have a great track record, as in 100% of clients who rent first buy later. So the purchase starts at 30,000 euros. And then the running costs depend on whether you're making white wine or red wine, but it varies between 8 euros per bottle to about 12 euros per bottle. That being all costs included in that amount, as in the work out in the field, the work actually in the wine cellar, our consultancy service, as well as the material costs of the glass, of the cork, and all that.
So literally, it's delivered at that, yeah.
Turnkey. That's the whole
turnkey.
thing. We want to make everything as turnkey as only possible. So
Yeah.
different clients actually get involved to different extents. So we have some clients who are still very busy in their professional lives. So I communicate with them mainly through WhatsApp, through email, and Skype calls, basically.
Yeah.
So that they're kept up to date and they can take their decisions. Whereas other clients who are either live here in Portugal or have more time, they're fully involved. So we have one client who's absolutely spectacular. She loves the viticulture, so the work out in the vineyard.
Yeah.
Whenever we're in her field, she's there side by side with us. So
Fab.
her first harvest, she was so excited to join with us, but she broke her right arm right beforehand.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't stop her. She strapped her right arm to her chest
Yeah.
and she cut with her left hand.
Yeah.
She was there sweating at 7 a.m. with us doing the whole process. So either option is absolutely possible.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, the most important part is opening the glass of wine, opening the bottle of wine and trying the wine.
Nice feeling. It's always a nice feeling drinking a drop of wine, isn't it? Yeah.
No, but it's extra
when it's your
special.
own.
You know why I taste that way.
Yes, and also what you know what goes into it more than just taking it off the shelf. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Any more questions, Angela or Charlie? Oh, there's a little train that goes
To Harry Potter.
to Harry Potter.
Oh, bless.
And that goes about once every hour, and it just goes along to out to
It's
Far.
amazing now. Hi,
And we're
John.
Excellent.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
We're about 40 minutes from Faro, if anybody's wondering exactly how far it is from the airport.
okay, excellent. John, if we wanted to buy two, can we buy two and make them adjoining?
Well, you can, but the pergola would be between, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So as they're back to back, so you
Or side to side, aren't they?
they're mirror image.
Yes. Yeah.
But that unfortunately means there's no functional connection to have from the inside. You can always access one from the outside, but the back wall is the bedroom and the bathroom. Neither.
No.
So
Right.
they don't work ideally joining.
But you could you not? I'm trying to get my orientation. If you, these two. So if these two are, you're going to put a wall up here, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, that we can get rid of if needed.
You could take that down, but you
Sure.
could even put a little arch door in there or archway.
Yeah,
So
I
you
mean, it's
can
not
connect it.
difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So you could semi-link them. You can't, because of planning laws and things like that. You cannot just join them straight like that. But you can open them up slightly. Yes, and you'd have very nice, very very nice properties. Very very nice. So anything else?
Can you tell us what kind of parking is available? We've mentioned the site plan and we've got a brochure on that, so we can send that out. But what parking is there? There's
parking at the top for an overflow car park for visitors as well, isn't there?
Yep.
And that's by the swimming pool.
Exactly.
Yeah. And any idea how many spaces?
Not off the top of my head, but as John said, the entire estate is 44 hectares, only 20 of which are planted vineyards. So we've got plenty of space to add parking if that's needed.
Yeah.
So it's on the site plan and you can count it. I just haven't done that
Yeah.
yet.
And there's extra, if you want to buy extra storage rooms, did I read
That's
that?
also available. So
Personal,
underneath the
yeah.
restaurant area, we've got a big storage area.
Yeah.
And the idea was there we could compartmentalize it. And if owners want to, for instance, leave their bicycles here or their golf equipment when they're not staying here, then they can store it there.
You've got a plan on there of the actual, we could focus in on, can't we? So let me just see if you can see this. This might give you...
So we've got another question about the swimming pools, because someone said it looks like there's only one. Can you confirm that there is 2 swimming pools?
Is that confirmed?
It is confirmed. The original plan was 1 swimming pool.
Yeah.
And we changed it because we realized that winter living is important and a heated pool is required for winter living.
Yeah.
So in the 3D, you've still only got the 1 pool, but we have to, I mean, the 2 pools are built already.
Yeah.
We can take some photos of that if needed.
Yeah. We can go up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still a building site, but they're there. So definitely 2 pools, definitely. Yeah. The heated pool is slightly smaller than the bigger pool, though.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. That was our compromise between as low condominium costs as possible, while these services as possible.
Okay. And any more?
Yeah, so are we allowed pets? Just one dog?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Are we allowed pets on the resort?
Pets.
Yes.
If it's part of the rental scheme, that's very difficult, just because of allergies and stuff like that. If you wanted to use the apartment just for yourself, absolutely. I mean, we do have 2 dogs on site that are basically communal. Everyone takes care of them.
Yeah.
But if it's part of the rental scheme, it's not that easy, because
Being owners, people renting with dogs.
so people, no, well, you can't.
No,
we don't
that's what I'm
accept
saying.
that for rental side.
Yeah, no, but owners that are having it for themselves, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, fine. Yeah, right. And anything else?
You know the one that you went into, so 134, can you just confirm that's a T0, isn't it? But it looks like a T1, and you could put a curtain or a door in yourself to separate the lounge from the bedroom?
0, but it's a 1-bedroom. I mean, they call it an apartment, but I mean the only difference in actual, apart from the size of a T1 and a T0, is 10 square meters. And one other thing, there's not a door connecting on the door going through the bedroom.
There isn't currently.
There isn't currently, but when it's all done, there will be a door, possibly. We can't say much more on that, but the classifications of a T0 has to be like all interconnecting open, right, without a door. So that gives you a bedroom and a lounge. A T1 is a separate bedroom with a door. Is that the best way of trying to explain it?
Yes, the legal classification is the T0, but all of the units do have a separate bedroom to the lounge.
Yes, definitely. And even if you don't put a door on there, a curtain can go on there. You know, so but it is basically, apart from the 10 square meters and the door, the T0 is exactly the same as the T1, just the size and the door. That's all. That is it totally. Yeah.
And the views.
Oh, yeah, the T1, obviously, remember, this is the terrace. And this is going to have grass? You're not sure?
No,
Yeah.
This is inaccessible because we don't want people walking in front of the bedrooms.
No, but on the balcony here, on the terrace.
Here, this is all in marble.
Yeah, but this is going to have a rail.
A railing, exactly.
Yes, yeah. So you won't be falling off down there. There'll be a railing here, along here. And this is quite a big, well, I'd say it's 10 metres?
I think 20 square meters approximately.
About eight meters long, and then it will be bigger at the side as well. And as I said, the insulation and the double glazing, I mean, the doors are just amazing. I mean, well, are the Portuguese doors or German?
Portuguese.
Portuguese, yeah.
Ordered by Germans, but Portuguese.
From the firm in Arkansas?
I don't know.
All right.
I know the name of the man. It's a Portuguese name, but I don't know where he's situated.
Right. But no, so it's an investment. It's a holiday home. It's got everything going for it. I'm just like looking at it, think like it's so tranquil. It's just great. It really is. Yeah, close to everything. And as I said, I challenge anybody to look on the internet and find something of this quality and this price structure range. You won't find it. I guarantee you will not find anything on the Algarve at this sort of price. Remember, 133,000, 134 we believe the show house is, and then up to 169. And basically the difference in the prices are generally exactly where this is Frontline, or whether it's basically got the better views, slightly better views.
Yeah. A few years ago, when this was still in construction, I showed somebody around here, and she gave the perfect description for these views, which I told her at the time I'm definitely going to steal. It's not an infinity pool, they're infinity vines. Infinity vines. So you sit down and you're in the vineyard.
You are in the vineyard. And you'll probably get the smell from the grapes, and yeah, you will do. You will do.
Taste if you buy the wine.
Exactly, you got to taste the wine. You have to taste the wine. So
I'm sure there'll be a lot of competition with people with their own wines and sitting around the pool saying mine's better than yours in the future.
Oh yeah, there'll be challenges, everything. I'll be here. I'll be with them here, sitting by the pool. So yeah. No, I mean, any questions? I mean, you've got my email address. You've got the company's, Ideal Homes International, Ideal Homes Portugal. We'll answer everything. If it's things that we can't, we'll ask Michael. Michael will be here for us. And if you can get over them, just come here. I guarantee you'll buy one. You will definitely buy one. And if you're thinking about, well, shall I buy one without coming over? It's not a risk, I promise you. It's not a risk. It's very little money in this day and age in the Algarve with this weather, the sun, and what the Algarve offers. It's perfect, absolutely perfect.
So before you leave,
Yeah.
something that would help is if you could go to each tier and just take a photo of the views from the first, second and third row.
Photograph, yeah?
Yeah, so then we can send it with the emails that we send to the clients so they can see.
Right, no problem at all. And do you want me to run up? We can run up to the, if you want to go back out of the chat, we'll run up to the pool area and just quickly finish off at the pool area. Yep.
Yeah, good idea, Dan. We'll see
All right.
Sasha or Chris has got anything to add while you go, and let us know when you're back there.
Okay then, I'll see you soon. All right.
Okay,
bye.
thank you.
Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye.
Bye, bye. Chris, Sasha, do you got anything?
You're muted.
Yeah.
That's better. Yeah, I was there at lunchtime today for the first time to meet Michael in preparation for this webinar. And I have to say, I was stunned by the quality of the units relative to the price. There just simply isn't anything in the Algarve even approximating to that sort of value for money. Personally, I think they're really sort of underpriced. And also, you know, you feel that you're in the countryside, you know, you're amongst vineyards, or olive trees, and yet you're 5 minutes away from, you know, second largest town in the Algarve, a really pretty fishing village of Fregudu, supermarkets, 5 minutes away from 2 golf courses, 10 minutes away from the fishing village of Cabuero, 35 minutes from Faro Airport. So everything is on your doorstep, and yet it is, you know, it feels completely in the countryside. So, you know, it seems to have everything that sort of people are looking for. And the way that they've sort of structured the rental income, the guaranteed rental income, is actually very clever. So obviously when you buy the property, you can just, you know, use it yourself, live there full time, use it as a holiday home, don't bother to rent it out, in which case you're paying a sort of a monthly condominium fee of, I think, between 150 and 190 euros a month. Alternatively, you can go for the guaranteed rental scheme, which starts off at 4% of the purchase price over a 4-year period. And then, so if you were then never to use that property, if you use it purely as an investment, you would get 4% of the purchase price into your bank account at the end of the year. If you were to decide to use that property, and you can use that property as many days of the year that you want, at any time of the year, they would simply charge you a daily rate, which is the standard rate that they would be charging a guest, but with a discount. So, you know, you might decide that you want to use it for 3 months, in which case you'll be charged a daily rate, and the rate varies depending upon the month of the year that we're talking about. So you have total flexibility. So 1 year you can decide to be staying there 6 months and renting it out the 6 months. The next year you could be deciding to only stay there for 4 weeks and rent it out the rest of the time. Whatever number of days that you're using it, they're simply subtracting that discounted daily rate off the 4% that they're giving you. Yeah. So it's lots of flexibility there. You don't have to make any decisions now as to when you want to use it. Obviously, you know, when you're selecting a particular unit and then you're deciding when you want to come, the earlier that you decide that you want to come, the more likely it is for your unit to be available. You know, if you're giving them a 12-month advance warning, then obviously it's almost certain that every single day of the year will be available for you. But if you decide not to say anything and then just want to come on a late holiday, then obviously the closer it is to the date that you want to travel, the more likely it is that your unit has been rented out. So it's up to you to decide, you know, how early you sort of warn them when you want to come. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I've been very, very pleasantly surprised by the units. They're also very light units, you know, floor to ceiling windows, and you know, quite spacious for what it is. It doesn't feel like 45 meters square, 55 meters square. It feels a lot larger than that because of so much window space. And to get, you know, sort of an outside garden with a pergola, south facing, with those kinds of views, I mean, really, I've been living in the Algarve for 30 years, and I've been in the real estate business for almost 5 years, and you know, I just don't think there's anything on the market that can really quite match it at that price point.
Yeah, totally agree. Thank you, Sasha.
That's my summary, basically, of it.
Oh, we've lost you. It's just cutting off. Right, I'm going to pass you over. We've got John back on now. So I'm going to pass you over to John. John, can we... John?
And we've got more questions as well. We can't hear you yet.
Hang on. Can you hear me now?
There we go. Yeah.
I don't know if you can get the... I've been panning around trying to give you an idea. This is the main large pool area. And then obviously that's the main pool area. And then the heated pool is the other side of that. That's built beyond there. And it's tiered. So you've got the children shallow area there. And then tiered down the steps, you've got a bigger pool there. And then to try and give you an idea, this is the layout. So you can see this is the top row of the apartments, buildings, with the roof terraces on top and the solar panels for access. And then there's a second row and a third front row down further down. And then this will be where the pool, sunbeds, sunning area, restaurant will be in there, and cafe, snack bar, and below that will be extra storage rooms if you want it, and parking will be all around the back of this building and across there as well, where that wooden hut is. It's going to be pretty special. It really is going to be special when it's all done, and it's going to be completion date August. I would put my word that actually I would not think any will be available in August. These are going to sell. They're going to sell rapidly, very, very quickly. There's no negatives, only positives. Can I just hand you over to Michael and say thank you for his time today, because you've been great. You've helped me know him, because I just waffle on about nothing. Your expertise and your passion as well. Your passion's here with it. You know, I could see that with your father the other day. He just, you know, it's part of you. So
yeah, absolutely. This has just been the estate has been a huge part of all our lives in the last decade and a half, and this is the next big step for us here.
Yeah.
Bit by bit, we do want to turn the estate into more of a resort, increase the service offering, which is also the reason why we're now building the restaurant, the paddle tennis courts, the mini golf area. Yeah, bit by bit, we want to create a world-around wine, basically.
Yeah. And,
thanks for listening.
Buying into Portugal, it's not a gamble. It's you know, your property's safe, everything's safe, and it's a lovely country. No one's ever been to Portugal. Just come here. The people are lovely. Everything's nice. And the wine is pretty special. So.
Short story, my parents came here for a holiday when I was 6 years old. For the first time they came to Portugal. After 2 days they decided they're going to leave Germany and move to Portugal. On the third day they had found, purchased and moved into their first home here in Portugal. And that's a little bit extreme, but most people who do come here end up going back.
They do, yeah. Okay, so we'll hand you back.
Thank you.
Listening today, and
we've got lots of questions.
Yep. Would you want to answer them now?
Yeah, if you can. We've got loads.
Yeah.
Angela had to run off, so I'm going to go through these questions with you.
Yeah.
So, with the existence of the indoor pool, does that mean that we can get rentals during the winter as well? Is that popular?
Well, first of all, it's not an indoor pool. It's still an outdoor pool. Heated, yeah. So it's covered, but it's not covered inside. It's not an inside pool. Yet you will, in wintertime, having a heated pool is a bonus. It just, you know, it will help get more people in the rental scheme. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, in the winter time. Yeah.
The winter, like I said, can be lovely, but historically, it's not when people spend their time here, and this is what we want to change by having the restaurant, by having a heated pool.
Yeah. So does that help?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then from the pool to the top tier homes, will there be any kind of sound barrier? Because, you know, when you're drinking all of that wine, you might get a bit loud. So for the top tier.
Well, if I pan round, the buildings are actually, that's the nearest one to the pool area. That's probably 50 feet, more than 50 feet away. But
And
this
they're very
is
well insulated as well.
yeah, and this is the back of the property. Remember, everything faces towards the vineyards. So really, everything's insulated, it's all double glazed. I don't think you'll have too much of a problem. And another thing to remember is there's only actually 32 units here. So
Yeah.
it's going to be very minimal. When children and water make noise, yes they do, but it's going to be minimal.
And how many are left out of those 32? Is it 29 or is it 28?
29 now at the moment.
29, okay.
Yeah.
One of the questions was, is there transport? When I was there last week, I went on the Grab app, on Bolt, which is the Portuguese equivalent of Uber. And €7 you can get a Uber into Ferragudo. Just over €7 you can get an Uber into Cavoeiro, and both really nice beach resorts. And it was €45. So it's really nice. You press that button, and yeah, the Bolt turns up, takes you off to the beach. Because somebody said, "Do you need a car?" But you don't necessarily need a car if you don't drive. And one of the client mortgages. So the banks on this project will offer 75% finance up to the age of 75 or 80 years of age, and the interest rate is going to be around about 1.8, 1.9%. So, and they're ready. I've spoken to the banks already, and they're ready to go with it. So that should be a good one. Was there any other questions, Charlie?
Yes. Do you have to go with the company for rentals, or can you do it yourself? I think with this one, the deal is that you should go through the company.
Yeah, because they're doing the rentals for it. You can't do the rentals yourself. So that's the direct answer to that. They're doing the rental scheme. So it's really a choice of them or nothing with this. Susan, I mean, they're really well set up for it. They've built the restaurant ready for it, built the infinity pool and the heated pool. So I think they're well set up for it, and I would use them to do the rentals.
And also, obviously, the cheapest one at the moment is 133. When everything is completely finished in August this year, the prices are going to get raised, and then maybe over the next 5 to 10 years, they'll go up in value.
As soon as it got 10 sales, that's when it's going to increase the price. So we've got another 7 units at this price, and then it's going to increase. So,
can you repeat that, Chris?
Yeah, so I met with the developer last week, and he said, I'm going to keep the prices low, get the first 10 units sold, and then I'm going to increase them by 10 to 15,000 euros. So when he gets to 10 units, that's when he'll increase the price. So we've got 7 units at this price, and then he's going to do the price increase. So today we're going to be reserving units. We've got the lawyer Ricardo ready to, I've spoken to him, he's ready to chat to anyone who needs a chat to. And it's the chance for you to reserve a unit today, take the unit off the market, get all the paperwork organised, and then we can do one-on-one conversations with you, run you through the full process, so you can ask any questions on a one-to-one basis, so more of a personalised service. And we'll do either a live video tour or a video tour for you, so you can see the property that you've reserved and that you'll move on to buying.
Cool. And one last question from Jonathan. Hi, by the way. So yeah, just to confirm, you don't get charged anything, and if you do rent out through the company, which you must, you'll get 4% per year, and you won't pay any condominium fees whatsoever. Yeah,
that's correct. So it's a really good return. I mean, 4% doesn't sound a lot, but when you're considering that you're not paying any costs, then that's a really good return. I mean, if the bank's going to lend you the money at 1.8, 1.9%, then it's a good return. And you'll see the property prices increase for sure. I mean, I've worked in selling property in Portugal for 15 years, and I've never come across such a good deal like this. So yeah.
One more question so I think we lost a bit when we were talking about the price increase, but you've just covered it there. So if we reserve a unit today, but the mortgage falls through, is our deposit refundable? So
if you reserve a unit today, we'll get you pre-approved for your mortgage tomorrow. We might even be able to fit 1 or 2 in today as well. So we'll get you pre-approved for the mortgage before you even sign for the promissory contract. So yeah, we keep everything safe.
Okay. So should we leave our emails down below, and if anyone wants to reserve a unit, we can talk through what's available? Yeah, and I'm happy if anyone wants to chat. I'm free for the next 2 or 3 hours. So feel free to put my number in there. So I've got my phone with me now. So yeah, just let me know. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Really appreciate that. That was brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank
See you
you.
soon.
Thank
Bye.
you. Say hello to your dad for me.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Thanks, John.
Thank you.